Another training camp practice in the books in the Bengals trenches. Well, they were on full display on Friday. Hi again, everyone, and welcome in to Cincinnati Bengals Talk. I'm James Rapien of allbengals.com. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and hopefully you're enjoying all of our coverage from training camp, including Jonah Williams, who talked today, and that's where we're going to start. But make sure after you watch this video, you check out his locker room interview. I think it's just really good insight on his mindset, how he's approached this training camp, the position switch to right tackle, and much more. But let's discuss Jonah Williams, because going into camp, I made it clear I thought that he was by far the favorite to be the starter, and nothing is decided yet. Nothing at all. I asked Zach Taylor a few hours ago about that. Still rotating. Jackson Carman is getting reps with the first team, so Carman is still in the mix. But to me, knowing that what I thought and had heard with Jonah and what I've seen in camp, he's clearly been their best right tackle and is comfortable at the spot. Zach Taylor called him natural, that it looks natural, that if you didn't know he switched positions, you wouldn't realize it. And I think that's a testament to Jonah and how much work he put in this offseason. I know some might have been concerned about that because he was away from the team. But Jonah, to me, is such a key piece in what they're going to do, because if you have Jonah at right tackle and he's playing at the level that the Bengals feel like he can play, and he certainly feels like he can play, there's really no true weak link on this line for the first time since 2015, maybe before that. I mean, Orlando Brown Jr. is a game changer, and obviously all three guys on the interior, from left to right, Cordell Volson, Ted Karras, Alex Kappa, they are as steady as they come. Kappa was, in my opinion, their best lineman last year, and Jonah Williams was their best lineman in 2020. And I know a lot of people would say, or 2021 rather, a lot of people would say, 2021. Well, he has all the reason in the world to be much, much better than that this year, because I get it, that 2021 line was not that good and left a lot to be desired. This line has a chance to be really good. And so I wanted to start the video with that, because we're 2+ weeks into training camp now, and the Bengals offensive line clearly looks the part, and you can see it. I've seen a lot of bad offensive lines. I think they're going to be a really good offensive line. Orlando Brown Jr. is obviously a huge part, both literally and figuratively, of that, and why they're going to be as good as I think they're going to be if they reach that. The latest on Joe Burrow, he walked through the locker room, had a very Joe Burrow-esque outfit, bucket hat on, had his leg sleeve protecting that calf, and overall walking well. I think he's fine. I think he's fine. I think it was a grade 1 strain and something that he's still working through. I don't think he's going to be on the practice field next week. I think they're going to take it slow, but I really don't anticipate him missing week 1, and I think he'll be ready for the start of the season. Hopefully we'll see him on the practice field in a few weeks. I asked Zach today about that, and he said it was several weeks from when I said several, so he didn't want to give any update on Joe Burrow. I do have an update on Charlie Jones. Charlie Jones got injured at the end of Thursday's practice. I was going to say yesterday. It's Thursday's practice. And he has a left shoulder, really sore today, but he's day-to-day. Zach Taylor said he was day-to-day. I did a little more digging, talked to a few more people while I was at practice, after practice, and it seems like he's going to be okay, that he's going to be able to be out there soon. They're going to take it day by day, but it doesn't seem like it is a super serious injury. So we'll see. Didn't have his shoulder in a sling, which is a really good sign. Obviously, he has shined during training camp, so that's a really, really good update. As far as Friday's practice overall, Myles Murphy, a lot of people have been asking about updates on him. On Thursday, he was moving from the interior to the end spot, playing tackle a little bit, and it was interesting to see, and I asked Zach about that. He didn't really say much, but he did have a really good pass rush against Jackson Carman on Friday, forced what would have been a holding penalty. The play was blown dead. Trevor Siemian would have gotten sacked. So it was a really good day for Myles Murphy. He talked with reporters afterwards, and we'll get him at some point. We had him one-on-one during the draft. We'll get him again at some point. Wanted to ease him into things. And I think the safeties are coming along well. Zach Taylor mentioned Dax Hill's tackle in open space on Chris Evans during Thursday's practice, during his Friday news conference. That's something I mentioned on our post-practice practice recap video here on CBT as well. But it was a lighter practice today. Jamar Chase was more limited in team drills. He still participated, but he wasn't getting the normal amount of reps. Same thing with Tyler Boyd. Joseph Osai didn't practice. I think Zach was really trying to – it's been an intense start to camp, and so I think he's dialing it back a little bit on some of these guys with the off day tomorrow, and then they can get back at it on Sunday with joint practice is on Wednesday of next week. That's a big practice against the Green Bay Packers. So overall, things continue to move in the right direction. A couple of other notes. Shout out to Jalen Davis. He would have had a sack today on a blitz off the edge. Was able to get past Chase Brown in pass protection. So that's something to note, because Chris Evans and Chase Brown now, they are battling for that pass protector role on this offense. And so we will see there. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and remember, if Bengals news breaks, we have you covered here on Cincinnati Bengals Talk. That's why you got to ring that bell as well, so you get the notification when we post a new video, when there's news, because there could be news at any time. Until then, I got you covered, and we have you covered right here. And if there isn't any news between now and Sunday, we will talk to you on Sunday when it is Bengals training camp as it continues. And man, I almost said Bengals Packers, because that joint practice, I can't lie, I'm looking forward to it. I'm sure you're looking forward to it. We'll have you covered. So for Andrew Fox Miller, our channel coordinator, I'm James Rapien, signing off for now on CBT, Cincinnati Bengals Talk.